Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to take an interview from a BSMS student. So, Ananth, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Um, Firstly, thank you for having me today here, Ajay. I'm Ananth S Rao. I recently graduated from the IISER Pune BSMS degree program uh, in physics. I'm originally from Bangalore, Karnataka, and right now I just finished my BSMS degree in physics and just defended my master's thesis.
Nice. So, I was wondering why you chose science after 10th. Can you share some reason? Uh,
That's a good question. It was actually during my high school days that from my peers, from my friends, and from my parents, I started reading a lot of different books, and the ones which appealed to me most were popular science books um, about physics and about how the world works. For example, I started reading a lot of books by Stephen Hawking. For example, how A Brief History of Time, or Bill Bryson, A Short History of Nearly Everything. And books like those encouraged me to pursue science, or basically learn about what is research and what is science, and what are scientists, what are physicists. And that kind of motivated me to pursue science in after 10th. And I ended up choosing science in my 11th and 12th. Yeah.
okay, so what exam you gave after your 12th? Can you specify the exams one has to give after 12th for getting any science college or any engineering college?
Right. Um, so after 12th, I was mostly interested in research science. And since I am from Bangalore, I was looking to get into IISc, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. And one of the many ways is through JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, not JEE Mains, and through an exam called KVPY, Kishore Vaignanik Protsahan Yojana, which is defunct as of now. So I ended up giving all the engineering and math exams those days. KVPY, the common entrance test for engineers, CET is what is called, JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, and similar exams all over the country like BITS and things like that. Yeah, and I qualified all the exams with decent scores everywhere. But since my interests were in research, I ended up choosing IISER Pune, and because of cutoffs, my rank moved a little higher, and I ended up choosing IISER Pune. Initially, a little skeptical about coming to IISER Pune. It's been one of the best decisions I've taken, and I've really enjoyed the last 5 years of my career at IISER Pune.
So, as a first year student, so what courses you were supposed to take? Can you specify?
Right. In my So IISER Pune has this unique system that in first year, at least during my time, that everyone had to take the same set of courses. So irrespective of your background, whether you are from a physics or 11th standard, if you did not have biology, or 11th standard you did not have mathematics, what happens is IISER Pune has a uniform set of courses from all disciplines. These are physics, chemistry, math, biology, humanities and social sciences, earth and climate sciences, and also a new department called science and science education, and also data science department. So all these departments have their own initial courses in first year, and the student has equal exposure to all the courses or all the disciplines. And after that, many people change their interests. It changes as a function of time, and that was that is very nice at IISER Pune. So one takes all the courses from all disciplines in the first year.
Yeah, it is nice because some people do who don't have exposure to biology, they also got uh, exposure to biology, and they may also switch to the field of biology. Okay, so what projects you did in your BSMS program?
Um, yeah, projects. So one thing is that I joined IISER Pune as part of the KVPY program, and KVPY necessitated that everyone does do a research program in their second, third, and fourth years. So in my first year summer, I did not do any research project. I just went home and studied a few books, did a few online courses. In my second, third, and fourth years, so these were years during the pandemic. So all of them were waived off by KFPY. Like, you didn't have to do projects as such, but in any case, I ended up pursuing a few projects. In my second year summer, I was part of a team from IISER Pune, and we participated in this international competition called International Genetically Engineered Machine. It is a competition which is held at MIT Boston, in US, and it is mainly in the field of synthetic biology and bioengineering. I led the dry lab team. It was a bunch of 14 undergraduates, and we designed drugs against malaria, and I learned a lot of computational scripting, Python programming, and bioinformatics and things like that. We ended up winning the gold medal at uh, the the competition, and also the best team and things like that. And that was my second year summer. In my third year summer, I worked with a few researchers. I changed my interests. My interests were completely, initially they were more between physics and biology, but then they completely changed towards hardcore physics and quantum mechanics and things like that. So in my third year summer, I pursued this project with a group of researchers at Brown University and Dartmouth College in the US. I was again online, where I studied how something called nuclear magnetic resonance, NMR as it's called, can be used to understand material properties, or exotic materials. Quantum materials is what is called, and how one can learn from how the NMR behaves and discover new materials. So as a culmination of the project, I ended up publishing a first author paper, and that was my third year summer. I learned a lot of new physics there. And even as part of IISER Pune's curriculum, one does research projects, which was again I learned a lot of things there. Finally, fourth year summer usually becomes a part of your fifth year project, and the IISER Pune fifth year program is basically 1 year of a research project. And my research project was with IBM Research on quantum machine learning, and I that was basically my fourth year summer. Yeah.
So you have to register for this fifth year thesis work in April or May. Okay. So can you give an overview of your research work, your master's thesis work? Just a small overview.
Right. Right. So I'll try to make this as simple as possible. My fifth year or master's thesis was in the field of quantum enhanced generative machine learning. Generative machine learning has gained a lot of traction in the recent days. For example, everyone knows of ChatGPT and models like DAL-E. These are all generative models where, for example, in ChatGPT, given a sentence, ChatGPT is able to generate the next sentence, the next word. So these are generative models. DAL-E is another model which is able to generate images. Like given a text, DAL-E is able to generate an image from the text. So what I wanted to do in my master's thesis, or what I ended up doing, was that can we use a new paradigm of computing, which does not use classical bits as in classical machine learning, but uses something called qubits or quantum bits. Basically, can we use atoms, encode information in atoms, and can we compute with them, and compute in such a way that can we do generative learning? That is, I want to encode some information in atoms, I want to do some processing and generate text or generate images and things like that. So I was able to show that we can actually do such things with real atoms. Like I tested it on real hardware, real atoms, real quantum computers, is what they are called, and was able to generate new sorts of images, and also generate how quantum states can be reconstructed, some similar to something called tomography. And that was a very fun experience. A very initially had a steep learning curve, but I enjoyed the process. Yeah. Thank
So what are your future plan?
you. Yeah, so I recently finished my master's thesis defense, and I've just graduated from IISER Pune. In month of August, I'll be starting my PhD in physics at the University of Maryland College Park in the US. Yeah, hopefully, probably in the same field as quantum information and quantum computing.
What are your hobbies? Can you share some of your hobbies?
Yeah, some I have I am usually not a very focused person. I do a lot of different things. I play the guitar occasionally, and when I get bored or just as a stress buster, I play guitar and try to um, sing and stuff with my friends. I play the guitar. Two of the sports I love playing is I swim a lot. I like swimming and I like playing cricket. Other than that, I'm an avid reader and I've started writing as well, improving my writing skills lately. And part-time gardener as such. I've been learning a lot of gardening with my fifth year friends lately. Yes.
Yeah, thanks to Ananth. Thanks for coming. Okay, so thanks, guys.